know, for some people to join. Doesn't look like we have anybody yet. And we do have our first person now. Type in the chat box who you are and type in any questions that you have. Hello, Cam Spinner Team 31. I wanted to ask you who won your contest. Is it still going on, or? Also, can you hear me? It's still going on. Okay. You got a lot of submissions. It keeps popping up in my suggestion box. My submission to Cam Spinner's contest. We had a second person pop in, and they just left. Oh, we got them back in. Thank you guys so much for 40 subscribers. Very exciting. And that second person left. They're probably bored. I am going to show you guys all the cars that aren't in the playoffs or are duplicate cars of the ones in my playoffs currently. Here, I got this one in January. It's the 95 WRL Casey King car. I used it as, that's right. It's technically a Casey King car, but I use it for Christopher Bell because I don't have a 95. I'll probably make this one into a custom diecast. Next up, I just got this one yesterday. Also, all right, templates don't count. Next up, we have the Throwback Exalter Alex Bowman car. It's a little scratched. Lionel Racing, I don't know what's up with that, but they scratch a lot of paint schemes. Like right here, it's really scratched right here. Can't really see it on camera though. And then I'm not a huge fan of this car. Bowman the Fireman, that's good. I'm not a huge fan of this car, but the gold trim, I like that. The red color isn't my favorite though. Next up, I know you said no templates, but this one is sponsored by my friend over at Rock Bottom Sports. 84 car template was made by Tony Productions. Very cool guy. I'll put his website in the description down below. He's very good designing this car. Next up, I think, is the 2016, maybe 2015 Jimmy Johnson Lowe's and Jimmy Johnson Foundation sponsored car. I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Johnson. I mean, it's sad that he's retiring this year, but wasn't really a huge fan of him. Are you a Cam Spin? Are you a Jimmy Johnson fan? Here we have the 2017-2018 car, AJ Allmendinger car, sponsored by Kroger ClickList. Secondary sponsors, Velveeta, Cheerios, and Crest. Yeah, I like him too. I got nothing wrong with him. He just won the Xfinity Series race. That was impressive. And I really like the stripes on this car. Really good blend of color. The white hood is really cool too. Now here is the first car that I got. It was a 2017 Kurt Busch Haas sponsored car. It's a Fusion. I don't like Fusions. I like Mustangs a lot better than Fusions. I feel like they have a better aero and they look cooler. There aren't really secondary sponsors except for the standard ones. Doing the ACS Racing Network there. Let's see. This one is really scratched up in the front. I accidentally slammed him into another car and rubbed it. It wasn't an accident per se. I like to slam them into other cars and rub it before I got into stop motion. Something was wrong with me. Next up is another recent one that I got. It's the Darlington Throwback for Corey LaJoy, the Keen Auto Parts. I'm pretty sure it's now Corvette Auto Parts, but I think they have two names. It's a Mustang. I love Mustangs. This one is a really cool design. Poor Bush. Very cool design. And then the white part on the back I'm not a huge fan of, but the blue and red at the front was really cool. Well done. Next we have the who do you think will win? Oh, make the I bet. I don't know, either this dude, William Byron, or Bubba Wallace. He's had a great year compared to his other ones. I'm very surprised by him. This is a Liberty sponsored car. I got this one last year, another one that was scratched up. Willie B is one of my favorite drivers. Now this one is one Joe Logano, also a Fusion. I only have one. This is a Logano car. This one's pretty old, just like that Jimmy Johnson one. The yellow, I don't know. I like this yellow one, the Las Vegas one, a lot more. What is up, Spark Cup Series? How are you doing? I like the yellow car a lot, the yellow Las Vegas car a lot better than the standard red and yellow car. Yes, Cam Spinner, Team 31. I also hate Joey. I don't know. I just can't stand him. I don't know why. I just really hate him. Next, we have the Darlington Throwback from, I think, 2 years ago. It's the Eric Jones one. This is the only Eric Jones car that I own. The Sport Clips. I like the cursive right here on the hood. Very cool. And then the red and white go well together. The blue 20, I'm not sure what that's about, but I don't really like it. Yeah, the All-Star race is going to be very, very fun. I'm excited to see if Bubba can win. I've become a Bubba fan after this whole Black Lives Matter incident. He handled it very well. Next up, we have the Martin Truex. I hope so too, Cam Spinner. The Martin Truex Sirius XM. He drove this one at Martinsville and Bristol. I love the blend of the black and the blue and the white. Very cool. The secondary sponsor, Bass Pro Shops right there. I don't really like Truex whatsoever, but I like Joe Gibbs cars, so I'm in the middle with Truex. Next up, we have my favorite car out of all. We have the Kyle Busch 2020 Interstate Batteries. This was by far the best 2020 car. I'm absolutely in love with this. The Thunder, Justin Haley in the 70s. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Spire Motorsports. Big fan of them. Trying to sponsor one of their cars. I just don't have $1,000. Back to the inner city batteries. We got the M&Ms in the secondary sponsor. I love the color of this car. Very cool color. The lightning strike is one of my favorites. This one, Lionel Racing did great. They didn't scratch it up anywhere. Thank you, Lionel Racing. If you watch this, probably not, but if you do, thank you for not scratching this car. Also, I wanted to show you guys this absolutely torn up car. It was the Denny Hamlin Xfinity car. I put some whiteout on it and then scratched it up real nice. Here, I tore off the paint, the original paint of the sport clips, and then the number is just scratched all the way off. Here's the 84 that was supposed to be there, but it scratched that part off too. And here's the back. Toyota still stands. It didn't get scratched off. Good job, Toyota. And then these Xfinity Series cars, I do not like them. I do not like the design. I just crashed into Ryan Newman. No, I just put a knife to it and just kept going back and forth. The closest comparison is probably the Busch Clash Eric Jones car. And look at that. The haircuts part of sports clips is still there. I'm not sure how some parts survived and other parts didn't. Scratched up, but not too bad. Next, here is another car that I got recently. The 2019 Ryan Blaney Mustang Money Lion. I really like this one because most of Ryan Blaney's cars have like the one sponsor, like it'd be all up here, and then be like Advanced Auto Parts or something on the hood. It just really, really does not match, and I don't like it. So that's why I really wanted to get this one. This is another car that doesn't have any scratches. So Lionel Racing, most of the time you do it bad, but this time you did it right. It's Ryan. And here is the one that I got in Hawaii on a vacation. The Clint Bowyer Peak Coolant Antifreeze. We got another person joining. And it's a Mustang. I can't explain how much I love Mustangs. They are so much better than Fusions. The black and the blue. I love black and blue cars, like the Martin Truex one. Martin Truex is another good one. Yeah, Clint. It's Clint. Did I say something different? I'm sorry if I did. I meant Clint Bowyer. Here's the back of the car. The Ford right there, I think, is a little unnecessary. Wonder how much Ford paid for that. It must have been a lot more money than they needed to spend. Now is the moment you've all been waiting for. The best driver in all of NASCAR, Ty Dillon. Man, I have to go to school online for I don't know how long. It's just so unnecessary. Uh-oh. We have the guy. I love that Geico sponsors one of the worst cars in NASCAR. Yeah, everybody loves Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon, especially when he got in that fight with Kevin Harvick. I love that. Kevin Harvick's a jerk. I don't like Kevin Harvick. Here is my absolute least favorite driver in all of NASCAR in every level, Chase Elliott. This is his Memorial Day Daytona paint scheme. I do like it. It's a very cool car. It's scratched up here. Got mad at Chase Elliott after he did the one finger salute. And it's really scratched up in the back. Not a huge fan of Chase Elliott whatsoever. Now here's the 8 car that I use for Tyler Reddick, even though it's Daniel Hemrick, who won Rookie of the Year last year, but really did not deserve it whatsoever. It's his Darlington Throwback. I really like this car. I really, really, really like this car. The black top, though, why did they put that in? Just make the car all gray and silver like they did the rest of it. I really like that Caterpillar sponsored it. And the back of the car is really cool, which is surprising. I never say that about any cars. Silver and red go well together. Another good combination. Here is a throwback. I need another 8 car too, but McMahon probably bought all the Tyler Reddick 2020 cars. Here is the throwback for new NASCAR fans. It's a Matt Kenseth when he drove the 6 car, his All-Star race, sponsored by Roush. The hashtag, do you know Jack Roush for Roush Fenway Racing. It's a Fusion. I don't like Fusions, but since it was Matt Kenseth, I decided to buy it because the only other Matt Kenseth car I have is a custom. By the way, Cam Spinner, if you're still watching, pretty sure this cool Custer, it's a very good custom diecast. Very great. I think this one definitely deserves to win the contest. Or maybe the 84 of Baylor Adams. Yes, thank you for agreeing. So yeah. And now we have a Austin Dillon car, the not really liked Dillon brother. I'm not sure how he won that Daytona 400, I think. He had some Dale Senior magic. This is his 2020 car. I really liked it. I was gonna buy only 3 online, and I love black cars. I really love black cars, and then the red goes well with it. But it can't be templates. So my custom can't be templates? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, in that case, absolutely beautiful. I think this one deserves to win. Now here I have a better Brad Keselowski car, a Mustang Brad Keselowski car. It's a orange Auto Trader with the blue stripes. The orange and blue does go together like the Broncos. Denver Broncos, that's American football. Sorry, Cam Spinner. And I do like this car. I found who are the voters? Am I a voter? Oh, is it just like your family? I think that the voters would definitely love the greatest custom of all time. Absolutely love. Hey, look at that. We got our first like of the live stream. Thank you, whoever did that. Let's try to get to. We have 2 people watching, but only 1 in the chat. I wonder if it's Spark Cup Series still watching. Here we have another old one. It's the Jeff Gordon throwback car. He has so many colors on this car. It's kind of eye blinding if you put it in the light. It's got the confetti. It's a raced win. Monte Carlos were actually very effective. They were very good cars. I wasn't even alive when they were Monte Carlos, but I like them. Watching some old races, pretty good fan of them. And now we're down to the final 3 cars. We have the Dale Jr. Kelly Blue Book sponsored car. One of his tires was messed up when I got it, so doing stop motions with it was very hard to do because it wouldn't move. I had to pick it up, move it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool car. McMahon, you never know. Uh-oh. Nah, McMahon doesn't deserve to win. If McMahon is watching this, you totally deserve to win. But if you're not watching this, yeah, I think I should win it. Our next to last one is another patriotic salute. It's Alex Bowman's Nationwide sponsored car. I feel like nobody can really do Nationwide the way Dale Jr. did because he was such a fan favorite. I didn't like Dale Jr. I don't know why. I just didn't like him. I feel like Carl Edwards definitely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame before Jr. did, but I don't know. And now to the final car, one of my favorite races of all time, the Charlotte Roval Ryan Blaney raced win diecast. All the confetti for some reason is on this side and a little bit on the top. But that was the most exciting race I've seen in a very, very long time. Sponsored by Menards on the back, Pennzoil on the front. See, this is another, like how I was talking about with the Money Lion car. I don't know why, but his sponsors, they have the one hood. They have the sponsor on the hood, and then the rest of the car is just the other sponsor. For this, it's Pennzoil, and then the rest is Menards. Anyway, we aren't getting more than 2 watchers, so I think I will end this, unless you have any more questions about NASCAR or the B&A Cup Series. Alright, I'll just end it then. Thanks for watching Cam Spinner and Spark Cup Series. And thank you guys for 40 subscribers.